All right. Okay. What I'm showing you now is the homepage for the Loyola Notre Dame Library. And this is going to be your starting point for all of the information that you could possibly need to complete your coursework or do some personal reading or some personal or professional development. I am not going to cover how to search the library holdings in great detail, because most of you will find yourself in a class over the course of the semester where you will have a specialized research class with me, most likely. So I'm just going to kind of get you started and show you around this website. So this is the main spot that you're going to go. This opening page has a huge amount of information. Right in the center here is what we call Seeker. That is our search box for all of our materials. So that's where you're going to start. But we also have on the front page information like today's hours. So you'll always be able to know when you can get into the building. We have special events. So this year is Loyola Notre Dame Library's 50th anniversary. So we're going to have a whole bunch of events going on over the course of the year to celebrate, including our first ever Fall Fest on Thursday, September 7th from 4 to 8 p.m., which anybody is welcome to come and join us, faculties and students. We'd love to see you all. We're doing some webinars and online author talks over the course of the year. So all of that wonderful information is right here up front where you can find it. So the other thing that I want you to remember, if you remember nothing else that I show you this evening, I want you to remember how to find and get help from someone. And the first place is, if you look down here in the lower right-hand corner, there's a green box that says chat with a librarian. And if I pop this open, it gives me a chat box that will give you access to either research librarians that are here in the building, or if it's after our standard hours, it will get you in touch with a consortium of research librarians around the country, all at Jesuit colleges and universities. They have access to all of the same resources that we do. You probably won't even know that it's not one of us unless you ask a really specific local question that someone at, say, Gonzaga wouldn't be able to answer. Otherwise, they will help you to the best of their ability and then sort of refer you over to one of us just in case. So you can always drop in to chat with a librarian if you have one of those, spur of the moment questions, you're doing some research, you hit some problems, or you don't know how to do something. Now, the other section I want you to see for going for help is right here at the top, and it says help, and it says ask a librarian. And this lays out all of the different ways to get a hold of us. So the first one is our chat staff. So this is the same chat box. You can also call us if you're the kind of person who still likes to use the phone. I know I would much rather talk on chat than the phone, so there's no judgment for how you choose to contact us. You can email a question. That is usually good for something that you can take a little more time. We try to respond immediately, but it could take up to 40 to 48 hours over a weekend. You can also schedule a meeting with a librarian. And I want to really emphasize this, especially for graduate students, because you are going to get some assignments that are going to take you pretty deep into our library resources. And being able to work with a reference librarian is pretty invaluable. So when you open up this link, you're going to see we have all of our staff members laid out, and you'll also notice that I have not filled out my schedule for the week. So if you come in and you happen to be looking for me on this appointments calendar and you don't see me, you can email me directly. I'm listed in our faculty listing, and just say, hey, I'd like to have a meeting with you, but you haven't set your schedule. Could you do that? Could you help me? But you can pick a staff member. You can go with anybody. Any of us can help you. You select the date that you want to come in and the time that you'd like to talk to us. And then you fill out a little form that tells us something about you, something about your assignment, and if you've done any research. And then you can also choose whether to meet with us via Zoom or in person. So we have those options for both folks who might like to come into the library and folks who can't. We do understand that a lot of you are off campus and may never come to campus. So we try to keep our lines of communication as wide open for you guys as we possibly can. So those are all the ways to get help. And you'll notice this bar stays no matter where you are on the library page. So you're always going to be able to find help. That and the chat are always in the same place. To mention our search a little bit, just briefly, if you search this box, you're going to have access to all of the materials, not only that we have here in the library, but that we have access to through what's called a library consortium. We're a member of a group of university and college libraries throughout the state of Maryland. There's about 19 of us. And with that combined ability to search all those different catalogs, we can get you access to about 12 million different items. We could not possibly keep that much material here in the building. So it's going to let you interlibrary loan things from as far away as Frostburg or Salisbury. So if we don't have something in our catalog, it's highly likely that we can get it for you. But this covers journal articles, it covers books, it covers some magazines. Sometimes you'll get videos when you do this search. So we have an enormous amount of material that we can get you connected with. And like I said, we'll cover in-depth searching of these different resources as you get deeper into your class. Now, a little bit more about some other things that you'd want to know. If you look under our spaces and technology, the first thing that's really useful to see are our different floor maps. So it tells you which floors are quiet and which ones are conversational. So if you want to come in and do some studying, but you need a quiet floor, it'll tell you where to go. Or if you have a group study that you want to do, it'll tell you where to go. It also tells you on the right-hand side where all of our call numbers and items are in the building. So they're sort of scattered depending on what section they are. In this same area, you can find and reserve study rooms or conference rooms, the gallery, and also what we call our innovation station, which is our makerspace. And I really encourage you as graduate students to come in and get a tour or get some appointments with the makerspace, because there's some cool stuff going on down there. And all of these materials, including the makerspace stuff, is, part of the tuition that you pay. This is one of the perks that you get of being a graduate student here. So you can actually, I don't know, if you're student teaching, you could print out materials for your classroom, or you could do 3D prints of artifacts to show your, middle school students about ancient Egypt. We have things like a Cricut and an embroidery machine and a virtual reality room, and you're allowed to use those whenever they're free. And the last thing that I'm going to show you also pops up on the right-hand side, and these are our quick links. So these are things that people most frequently ask about. So how do I borrow a book from another library? How do I get access to the library from off campus? How do I cite sources? I want to look at stuff just in my subject area. And then for our faculty, I always like to sneak in the faculty information, and this can apply to our graduate students too, but it tells you what we do. So, what does it mean to be an education department liaison? How do I get research assistance? How do I, get somebody to reserve a room or take me up to the archives? So that is an enormous amount of information and a really super fast introduction to everything that we have. So I hope that I will see you guys in classes coming up soon, or through one of our consultations, or just drop in and take a tour. So thank you all so much for having me. Thank you for letting me take up just a little bit of your time. And please don't hesitate to reach out if we can help with anything.
Thank you, Kate. Appreciate all your help. And I'll make sure to pass along, of course, lndl.org is the website to gain access to that. We'll make sure that you have it, and it's linked on all of our resources. Thank you. Okay, I am going to show everybody around to a website that we at the School of Education have created to try and help and assist our students who are onboarding for the first time into our program. I put a link up in the chat box. If you probably see at the bottom, you'll see a little chat icon with a little red 1 in it. If you click on it, you should be able to see a link. I'm going to go ahead and hit share screen. I want to take you to this resource to show you what we've done to try and help assist you with the with coming on board. So this is the School of Education. We're probably going to change the name from student orientation to just student page. So this is to help the School of Education students with, general information about anything from the university to who to contact. As you can see, the library right here is, there's a link to the library if you need to get access and can't remember the link. I'm going to go ahead and show you a few of the digital resources. First, student email. So the School of Education doesn't handle anything when it comes to IT support or the student email. You would have to contact the IT help desk. So I'll start with the help desk. The help desk is, there's the web address, or if you want to call them, they're 410-532-5200. Just be as specific as possible when it comes, if you have a question about, how to gain access to your email, how to, if you want to log into the network on campus, you would have to contact the IT help desk. If you have a question, which I'll talk about chalk and wire in a minute, if you need technical assistance or need any help of any sort, Professor Madeline Ball is your contact. It's mball@ndm.edu, or her phone number is 410-532-5374. So there's the help desk information. There is IT support if you need it. Student email. There are directions here on how to access your student email. There's also directions if you don't check your email. You want to, especially when you're in a class, you want to check your email regularly every day, because we have a School of Education policy where we contact you through your ndm.edu account. So please make sure that you are checking your Notre Dame email account daily. So this way you can stay informed by your instructors and also through the School of Education faculty. If you need to get a book, there is the bookstore. There is a link for the bookstore. You can contact them. There is the phone number and the email address. Let's see, I'm going to go to, okay, so let's go ahead to Brightspace. Now, Brightspace is the learning management system. It's what we use for like class websites. It's how you turn in a lot of assignments. It's how you get information from faculty. It's where you go to actually, participate online in your coursework. Here is the web address. I'm just going to act like I clicked on it and take you to my home page. So this is the interface. My interface is a little different than yours because I'm an instructor, but you should see these tiles in which you can enter a classroom. Let me see. I'm going to go into one that, this one's not open yet to students. So I'm going to click on it just to show you how to enter it. So this is my class website where you can come in here and absolutely participate. If you go to content, if you click on content, it makes for a really nice interface to where you can access the entire course. You can get your course syllabus. You can access the modules. A lot of, the Brightspace is typically module based, where you will see different modules come up, and inside of these modules are different assignments, links, and resources in which you would be privy to for your class. So to go into a module, you would just click on, you could click on right on the side and it'll take you right in. Just don't tell my EDU 577 students I let you in early. And you can click on here to go to websites, to links, to materials. This is a PDF file you can absolutely click on and open up. These also support web pages and all sorts. You'll see discussion posts. If you need to go in here to do a discussion, you can click on it where it says discussion, start a new thread, and you can start typing in a discussion. If you need to go back to the main page, you can click on these breadcrumbs right here. I'm going to go back to module 1 and show you where there's an assignment. Let's say you do your work and you were told that you have to submit a document to Brightspace. You can find where it says assignment. Click on here and you would be able to put your document up in here for submission. Okay. If you want to see your grades, you can go to tools and you can click on grades. I'm not going to go in here, but this is what you would do if you want to see grades and assignments that were scored. If you are finishing up your course and you want to complete your course evaluation, it's also within tools. You would go down here to course evals via smart evals. It will connect you to where you have to go. Also, tools gives you a connection to the bookstore. So that's Brightspace. Just a quick and down and dirty. You will, as you experience Brightspace, you'll start to learn the ins and outs more, but that's just kind of a little quick gallery walk through Brightspace. Go back to my website right here. Okay, that is there we go. Chalk and Wire. So I wanted to introduce you to Chalk and Wire. It's actually called Anthology. So if you accidentally hear faculty call it Anthology, it's formerly Chalk and Wire. It's the same tool. It's Chalk and Wire was purchased by a company called Anthology years ago, so they've changed over Anthology. Anthology is our main assessment platform. We have students, when they come on board, they purchase a license to use Anthology. The license is good for 5 years. And you would, with Anthology, you could turn in and submit common important assessments to faculty. We provide you with student directions. So if you need to click on and find out how to do directions, you can. And if you're a visual learner like I am, we also include a step-by-step screencast where it actually shows you how to set up your first-time account. There's also the ePortfolio policy that I will not read for you, but there's more links to the directions, to the video tutorials. There are directions on how to obtain an account. If you click on this link, you can purchase it digitally. You can purchase it online. There's also contact information if you need help and assistance with Chalk and Wire, which is Anthology. You can contact Madeline Ball. Oh, did I? Okay, so the new bookstore website, I'll make sure that the new bookstore website is up on this website correctly. Sorry about that, folks. They changed, I think they just changed it this year. So I'm going to put it into the meeting, into the chat box, and I will also make sure that it goes up on this website before I log out tonight. Okay. Okay. So let me stop sharing. There we go. And I'm going to turn it over to another colleague.
Want me to go next? Okay, so hi, I'm Donna. I'm one of the advisors. So student ID cards, you can get them at our Rice Hall office. It's Caroline Hall is the building with the tower on top, and it's immediately behind that. It's where our IT department is, and that's where you'll get your ID card. If you're not on campus, you really don't have to worry about getting one, but it is nice to have if you ever do come on campus. The document center where you can make copies or have copies made for you is in the basement of Caroline Hall. As well, there's a post office there in the document center, and that is where security is located also. There's also on the first floor of Caroline Hall, the security office is right at the main entrance. And that's where you get the stickers for your car if you need one, if you're on campus. And you also sign up through the website for security alert for weather alerts. They will send you text messages. So you can sign up for that through the website. Our security team offers, if you are taking a class on campus, you can call for an escort if you want it in the evening. We have blue lights around the campus with emergency situations. They have different people on duty. We also employ some students who are possibly going through the criminology program, work with the security department. So if anybody has any specific questions, reach out to your advisor. They'll be happy to either answer the questions for you or send you to someone who can answer them. Okay, thank you.
All right, so Ryan, I think we're gonna do the breakout rooms now.
Yep, give me 1 second. I was trying to fix the website. Okay, so I have, I believe, 4. So I have James, Marcia, Donna, and Jean Marie. Is that correct? Those 4
Correct.
rooms. Okay, so let me set this up. So I'm going to set up.
And Lisa for PhD, right? If you, or is there no one? Nope. Okay.
Okay, so we want to.
Well, I guess we could just ask, right? So who is doing the advanced certification, the ACT program? Anyone? The
That's
MAT?
initial certification.
Yeah, if you're
Anybody
getting your
do an initial cert.
I'll do initial cert.
the MAT,
James and Marcia should probably go together, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't we have them go into room 1?
And then who are the undergrads, or if you're doing cause?
Jean
So
Marie.
Rachel, Camilla.
And
All
Renee
right.
and I will do grad LDT and postmasters.
Okay, so then Elizabeth and Yolanda, are you in the grad master's program?
Post grad.
Okay, okay,
I'm in the grad.
okay.
I'm going to create 4 breakout rooms,
I don't,
and I'm going to.
right, I don't think we need 4.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
We just need Marcia and James, which I don't think anybody's here for them. And then Jean Marie has 2, and then Donna has
Chris
2.
Fenlon is mine also.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't know who
Mhm.
what the first name
Yeah.
was. So it's just Donna and Jean Marie that are gonna need rooms.
Okay, so I'll create 2. Why don't we have, was it Donna and Jean Marie go into number 1? No?
No, Donna and Renee go into 1 and Jean Marie goes in her own.
Okay, so they can go into 1 and then 2. So let me hit recreate and open all rooms. There we go.
Okay, so if you're undergrad cause, you're gonna be with Jean Marie. What room is
1 or
she in?
2.
What was that?
What room is Jean Marie in?
She was isn't she partners? She was 1. I have them all, they can enter, they can pick their own room.
Right, but I want to make sure that people know.
All right, so
Where to go.
Renee and Donna will do room 2. Okay. Do that.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and break into the different rooms, and you'll be able to meet with the advisors for each of those programs. And if you have any specific questions, this is some great one-on-one FaceTime with your advisor. But so we look forward to seeing you all in different classes. And if you have any questions, please reach out to any of us in the School of Ed.
All right. If you know which room to go into, go ahead. If you're not quite sure, that's okay. We will help you.
We're free to go.
Yeah, James and Marcia, you're good. We didn't have anybody show up for your program.
All
Can you-
right, off to the
I'm sorry.
evening job.
Have a great evening.
Yolanda, you're gonna go into room 2 with Donna and Renee.
Okay.
I can assign you if you need help. There you go.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.